Doing that, Lamarcus Aldridge wants out. He doesn't believe that he's utilized properly by Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. He thinks he's been devalued by the Spurs in terms of their system and how he's used, and as a result, he's blaming the Spurs for that, and he wants out. My response to that is Lamarcus Aldridge needs to look in the mirror. I've seen plenty of times open shots that he was taking in Portland. He made them in Portland. He's missing them in San Antonio. There were plenty of instances where big games that he never had to play in Portland, but he had to play in San Antonio when he had the opportunity to show up and produce. He came up glaringly short for a 6'11" dude with a 7'6" wingspan and a jumper, to see how impotent offensively he was throughout the playoffs at certain intervals. There is no reason. He had 2 good games against Houston, but when it really counted, particularly when Kawhi Leonard went down, he had no answer for the Golden State Warriors any more than he had an answer for the Oklahoma City Thunder last year, after averaging 39.5 in the first 2 games of that Western Conference semifinal series last year against Oklahoma City. The last 4 games, he disappeared to the point where Tim Duncan on one leg was utilized more than Lamarcus Aldridge. So I understand what he's saying, and maybe going someplace else where there's less pressure, he might perform, but he cannot blame the San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich, R.C. Buford, and those dudes for his ineptitude. This dude, the bigger the moment was, the smaller he was. He has to look in the mirror. I'm not saying what he can't do, because he's got talent. I'm talking fact, what he did and did not do. He came up small, and now he's trying to blame the Spurs for that. That ain't flying. It's not Greg Popovich's fault or the San Antonio Spurs. Lamarcus Aldridge came up small, and he has to live with that.
Stephen A. Smith, thank you. You can see